Take your hat off.
Excuse me?
They don't sell hot dogs here. They took the bleachers out 2 years ago.
It's my hat. I'll wear it where I want.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? So, do you guys recall that video I made 5, 6 days ago regarding Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and how they're going to implement a new dress code to combat all the undesirables entering their establishment? Well, now they're receiving a ton of backlash from people from certain communities. Take a look.
No hats allowed in the dining area of this upscale steakhouse chain. Well, some say it's the fashion police on duty, but others say it just makes good business sense. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is strictly enforcing its dress code, and people have a lot to say about it.
In this economy right now, with gas being the way it is, are you going to turn away people that are going to pay your people to work for you? So I think it's a fine line.
Patrons dining at the upscale steakhouse must remove all hats when entering, and if they wear a ball cap, they must dine in the bar lounge area.
Ruth's Chris is trying to be more formal and more special occasion.
The steakhouse makes it clear certain clothing like gym wear is not allowed in its dining rooms.
So I've been seeing the talk about Ruth Chris and dress codes and restaurants and dress codes and things, and I have just been blinking and sitting and watching because I am confused, because last I looked, I did think Ruth Chris had a dress code. Now, maybe they haven't given a damn in a while and they just don't care anymore. I do not know. But every time y'all bring up restaurants and we have this talk or this conversations, I notice everybody keeps saying all of a sudden these restaurants are Chili's and they're Applebee's and they're just nothings now. Now I'm feeling some type of way, because I remember distinctly in 2023 when I tried to go to Ruth Chris, they turned me away from my outfit and then told me I made people uncomfortable with my outfit and they would not serve us and we had to go. So now y'all have me feeling like I'm being discriminated against because simple fact that y'all say you can go in there any kind of way and we should not care because it is just a regular chain restaurant. So let me know what's going on here, because now I feel like I was discriminated against. Y'all are saying we can go in there sagging bubble coats, jeans up, and now like I said, I'm confused because I was turned away from my outfit because they told me it did not go with the dress code. Now I am going to insert a picture of said outfit at the end of this video, but now I need to know, was I being discriminated against and was this racism? Let me know something, because y'all said there was no dress code.
Okay, so that's like the last thing someone wants to see when they're dining at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like, you're spending anywhere north of $60, $70 for a steak there. And for me, speaking for myself, when I'm dining, I want to enjoy my food. I want to enjoy my company. I want to enjoy the, environment, the atmosphere there. The last thing I want to see is someone wearing clothes that's like 3 or 4 sizes too small for them and seeing like belly fat and jelly roll. Like, that's not, to the average person, that's not appealing. But the reasons why these restaurants adopt dress code policy is because they want to attract a certain crowd. Just like you as a homeowner, you don't just let anyone into your house, and one way for restaurants to do this is by adopting a dress code, because it filters out certain people that they don't want at their restaurant. You can't just have people coming into a fine dining establishment wearing flip-flops or swimwear. That's just not going to work out. And then there's also they want the fact that they want to maintain an atmosphere and vibe at their establishment. They want to create a specific mood in their restaurant, and people wearing clothes that just don't fit their fine dining experience, it's just not going to match.
The owner of an upscale restaurant in Detroit believes that's good news because dress codes and fine dining establishments are needed.
Sexy Steak, we're a fine dining Italian steakhouse. We do have a dress code here, and it's to ensure that when the guests are within our dining room, they feel a part of something. The dress code is to match our hospitality and service and food standards that we have here. It's not to be strict, but it's to allow the guests to be a part of something bigger.
But does good fashion sense make good business sense? Some informal dining chains have mocked the strict dress code policy.
There are plenty of people that are applauding Ruth Chris for this. And again, it's not new. It just got a lot of visibility because Chili's trolled them.
Analysts say the buzz on this topic speaks volumes.
How social media still continues to divide us on even the most inconsequential of issues.
Fox 2 reached out to Ruth's Chris, but a wait for a response continues.
They should be willing to talk about it. They should have some messaging prepared, just like we are trying to make this a special experience.
All right, give me your opinion on this. I saw an article today on Twitter about Ruth Chris Steakhouse wanting to maybe enforce a dress code, and in that dress code would be no tennis shoes, no t-shirts, no athletic wear, no this, no that, no whatever. And I will dress nice sometimes when I go to Ruth Chris, and sometimes I'm showing up in my Wu-Tang t-shirt, my jeans, my matching Adidas Sambas, and a cardigan. I don't think it's that deep. It's a chain restaurant. And anytime I've been there, it's not an elevated experience. The price is elevated, but nothing else in there is like, it's just a chain restaurant, guys. I don't know. So what do you think about that? You know, what do you think about that? I don't care what you wear. Just go enjoy your meal. It's just like people talking about you shouldn't wear your pajamas to breakfast at hotels and stuff. Yes, I am. I'm not getting dressed to go down there to get my breakfast. It's not that serious.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you could have guessed what this woman's take was going to be because those glasses were a dead giveaway. Like, this is a classic liberal white woman. But that said, maybe the reason why she didn't have an elevated experience at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse was because before they adopted their dress code policy, they were just letting anybody in. You know, it's just like the U.S. border. You know, during the Biden administration, they were just letting anybody in before Trump closed that shit up. You know, and now he wants to screen people, see who's coming into the country before before that open door policy. Anyways, listen to this Black woman explain so perfectly why this was a good decision.
But I want to just circle back to the idea that this is somehow discriminating against a certain demographic. At least in my humble opinion, is no. You're not discriminating. If one, they're saying they're going back to their original business model. First of all, let's determine what is business casual. We know that that's up to interpretation, but essentially they didn't ask you to come in a suit and tie and 6-inch heels, but they did say like no athletic wear and no hats, which I feel like it's fair. We are continuing to say we want better dining. We don't want everybody to feel like Cheesecake Factory. We want higher class dining. Then we want to show up there in the same clothing as we would if we were going to go to a kickback with our besties. That's just not that. They're saying, hey, we are a fine dining restaurant and we want you to come in here as though you knew what you was coming to do. If you dropping $100 per entree, I'm going to suggest you find some slacks, some khakis, a nice little button-up shirt. This is date night. Like, get it together. Basically, they said, ladies, cover it up, be tasteful, show some class, and fellas, don't bring what you wore to the game and wear it to the restaurant. Like, step it up a notch. I don't see anything wrong with that, and I don't feel like that's discriminatory. The same people that can afford a $100 entree probably dress like that, and if you don't, why not?